All right, my friends, the Legends Ultimate Mini has been unveiled. We've got a lot of detail on it. There still are some questions, but I got to tell you guys right out of the jump. I feel like I can be a little negative sometimes in some of these videos. I see what, in my mind at least, are some boneheaded choices by some of these companies. This product to me looks amazing. I really think, just judging by the photos, judging by the details that have been published on it, I think this thing is going to be a huge hit. Huge hit. It checks a lot of the boxes for what I think are required for a successful home arcade product. I think AtGames is learning finally. I think it took them a little too long, but I think they're learning that you need to make products that look good, that are going to be a good part of people's game room. I know if you're building out this ecosystem, you want your arcade to be the end all be all. But the reality is, people's game rooms aren't one product. Nowadays they're multiple arcade machines. Often they might be pool tables, they might be all these different things. But you want something that looks good, and you want something that evokes some nostalgia. I don't know why Arcade1up's the only company that's figured out nostalgia sells. Well, they're not the only company now. I mean, this cabinet is branded for Tetris, which I'm glad to see. And yes, Tetris might not be the most exciting arcade cabinet, but it's a game we all played back in the day, and the particular livery they came up with here looks, in my opinion, really nice. And it looks like a premium miniature cabinet. And it also is a game. Just because it has 150 games, we don't need to see 18 million different logos on the side. I'm so glad they stuck with one game. And it just happened to be Tetris, whatever, but much better that than generic, bland multicade art. So it looks awesome. But here's really the killer feature of this. Here's the real big differentiator. The monitor can be switched from horizontal to vertical. So you see it vertical here, and they have a video showing how this works. You just unscrew 4 screws, you pull I'm sure you take the plexi off, and then you pull the monitor out, rotate it 90 degrees, put it back in, screw it back in. Now they're going to have to make those screw holes really robust because people are probably going to be doing this quite a bit. I can absolutely see those holes getting stripped out. Hopefully they have some hedge against that so it doesn't happen. But as a concept, that's amazing. They now have one SKU for horizontal and vertical. And there's still reason you might want to buy 2 of these. And especially if they release them with different artwork sets. Imagine having a Tetris one here that's vertical, and then next to it is another game that's horizontal. And yeah, they all have the same 150 games on them, but those are your 2 multicades, your vertical screen game, your horizontal screen game. But beyond that, versatility really is the name of the game here, because this is compatible with the pinball kit, which it seems to come with, but it's also compatible with the light gun set. So you can buy the Pixel Blast or whatever it's called from AtGames and have a light gun system. Yeah, it's just the basic sensor bar light gun. There's nothing revolutionary to it. But sensor bar light guns can work fairly well, and then you can have a multicade that plays light gun games. So maybe you get a third one of these. I mean, I know it sounds crazy talking about buying 3 of these, but we've all bought a lot of different Arcade1ups. This is the first product AtGames has made that I think people are going to want to buy more than one of these. The control panel itself, first thing you'll probably notice, is one player. This is the Gamer Mini control panel. I don't have one, but people seem to be pretty happy with the quality of the controls. So that's what you're going to get here. And it is swappable, but we don't know what it's swappable with. So are they going to make a Gamer Mini that's 2-player? I would like to see that. Shrink this down. We don't need 8 buttons. Give us 4 buttons, 2 sticks on the sides, and make this a miniature 2-player cabinet if that's what you want as an option. And then you can buy that control panel and plug it in. And hopefully you buy a new control panel, it comes with some extra games. I don't know. I think there are an absolute ton of possibilities here. Really cool stuff. Now, we don't know what the games list will be. I guess it's probably the same as the Gamer Mini. It's 150 games. It's really all we know right now. I'm sure it's not an earth-shattering games list, but you do have ArcadeNet. You do have the ability to bring your own game. You can run coin ops here. I know some people are frustrated by that too, by the way, the coin ops. I've seen your guys' comments, and people say, why don't you talk about this? It's just not something I run. It's not really something I care about. I've never been interested in one machine that has 12 billion games on it, so I was just never gotten into it myself. But I get it. I know for a lot of people it's a big deal. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, AtGames requires you to log in, I think, every 5 times. You run coin ops. So it's kind of a soft DRM. Yes, you can run your own games, but it's going to check in with you. If you don't want to do that, I would recommend you use the bring your own game feature where you just run it off like a USB drive. All that stuff, though, will be possible here. I understand it's not perfect, but this is offering a crap load of flexibility and versatility, way beyond anything Arcade1up's done. And by the way, speaking of Arcade1up, they've got a patent that looks and smells and sounds a lot like this. It's basically for a smaller home size arcade machine. Well, what is this? Smaller home size arcade machine. I tend to think a lot of these arcade companies, well, not a lot. There's really only two with patents. I think these patents are pretty bogus, but we'll see. I doubt either of these guys want to get into the $1,000 an hour patent litigation that can drag on for years. So my guess is nobody will do anything on the patent front, but who knows? Anything could happen. But, I hope not, because I hope as consumers we get choices and we get to buy these different products. Another thing I want to point out in the design, I love that the apron here has a decal. I know that sounds stupid, but I went and added decals to my control panels for my NBA Jam, my Golden Axe. It makes a big difference. I don't know why this is a dead zone for everybody. It's a dead zone for iArcade. It's a dead zone for the regular Legends Ultimate. It's a dead zone for Arcade1up. Here it looks nice. So hopefully that becomes a standard going forward. And I'm not really sure why this kick plate is recessed. I don't know if that's so you can kind of sit here and have your legs here. Again, that's the big question to me. Is this designed for stand-up play or sit-down play? I'm guessing from the proportions it's not very tall, that the control panel isn't that tall to the ground, but we don't know the exact dimensions yet. So looks good. We get a higher quality PCB clearly than the Legends Ultimate. I think of their lineup, this is the game system to get excited about. Let me know what you guys think. I don't want to sound like a shill, but I am pretty hyped for this. This looks badass. Yeah, thanks for watching. Do hit the like button if you enjoy the video. It really does help out a lot. And do let me know below. I mean, this is a new product. What would you pay for this? I tend to think we're going to be in the $400 to $500 price range, but that's my guess. They haven't announced anything yet. I think we're going to find out this Saturday, February 13th, as of this recording. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be sure and continue to cover this product. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, consider hitting that join button to support the channel, and thanks so much for watching.